being considered the underdog. Once again, another motivational track, which, like I said, is pretty dope. Versewon comes in and he sings pretty damn well. And I like the soulful sounds right here. This feels like some, like, I'm not saying some gospel stuff, but like, you know what I mean? Like, just the instrumental. It just feels very uplifting. So, pretty dope. With that being said, we're going to move on to track number 7. That's going to be titled Chasing Ghosts. Let's get into it, y'all. I'm ready. Let's get it. This might be a banger.
Nightmares.
Oh, this sounds like you need a collab with Nico.
Fiction, I don't live a lie. Success is my chauffeur, is what I'm driven by. Perpetual presence, you can't get rid of mine. Ain't 2 stones, I use it to build an enterprise. And fuck what the critics say. Man, this shit a classic. I just hope that it can reach a broader demographic. Centerfold potential, none of my bitches average. You ain't bringing nothing to the table, ain't no sitting at it. The bottom is where I started from, but these days the bottom's where I'm departing from. No one acknowledged these movements until I started one. Was putting in the groundwork, waiting for results to come. Since the beginning, been supplying shit with ether. Kill you on your tracks since you've been dying for a feature. I think it's funny how all of you niggas commentating. Know I'm in the game while you admire from the bleachers.
I'm never satisfied, God. I want to be the best of all time. That's my mindset. Will it happen? That's what the critics and rappers to figure out placing all time greats. Have an opportunity to listen to some of the greats and hear how they became great and hear how they was able to get through and break through.
Sounds like that's a LeBron quote right there, which to me is kind of shaky if it's that quote where he's saying that he's the GOAT or he's the best basketball player in the world. Let me tell y'all one thing, man. When it comes to being the best, you don't talk, you don't run your fucking mouth. Unless you a rapper, or if you're trying to be a singer, you know, which in that case you just sing and you just use your vocals more to harmonize and use melodies rather than talk. You know what I mean? Like, we ain't trying to hear that. Shut your mouth. So that's just how I feel about LeBron on that topic. And I feel like anyone that wants to kind of quote him on that, calm the fuck down. Like, if you feel like you're the greatest, you don't need to talk. Your game will speak for itself, whatever your game is. Like I said, the only one that's really exempt from this are rappers. But then again, even they don't go out and say they're the greatest if they can just lyrically impose that power on you with the way they flex, you know what I mean, bars and punchlines. So anyways, we're gonna move on to track number 8. This one's titled Work.
Okay, you bad as ever, long hair.
Oh, that's an H-Town throwback. Hold up.
It ain't gon' hand you shit. God's gift to any man you pick. Let's smoke kush. Fuck for hours, then pass out like a manuscript. The hell is sounding you? You really tryna do that? Young nigga with sex drive, I can help you get your crew back. Get behind you, get inside you. Fist full of head and pull.
He's starting to sing a little.
A lot of men tend to talk about it. Me, I'm trying to prove that. But after that, it's slow to get. Got money, but it's slow to get. This rhetorical, but who you rolling with? I mean, me and you would be the coldest shit. His and hers, her and I, you and me. She do herself from time to time, but for the most part, she doing me. Yeah, she better than the mother. What good is doing us if we can't do each other? What we do undercover, like 5-0s in this bitch. I'm gonna work you out like Tabo in this girl. I won't lay it down, work, lay it down, lay it down, lay it down, work, lay it down, work. So I'm about to put it down, work, put it down, work, put it down, put it down, work, put it down.
This beat bangs though.
I love the way that you work it, pointing out in this purchase. She fly as hell, but still grounded, even with all the attention them curves get. Every time you nice to these lame niggas, they assume that it's flirting. But that shit you ain't concerned with, fuck with me and I make it all worth it. No warranties, but you can bring it.
Probably something to take from this. She's fly in the air, but still grounded. Saying even though you fly and you go, just you down to earth. That is definitely like, man, okay. I felt that one. That one's definitely strong. But once again, I was saying, like, he's kind of following the time era template here. This is before he really discovers himself and what he wants to do wholly as an artist. where he, I'll say he definitely began to be woke. But yeah, then you could be like, nah. I'm like, this is definitely going on that Big Sean Drake kind of flow. I'm not here to really talk about anything else other than the fact that dude can definitely like bring them vocals out. So I'm not here to roast him. I'm not here to say anything. I'm like, okay, I know he's following an agenda and what he's trying to push. It's like, let's get on to the real shit already. I can't wait to do Memories of the Future, y'all. I really am. So when I get to that, I think that's when I really will kind of like be more tolerant and letting songs play a little longer. Except for songs that are like 6-7 minutes long. I'm not gonna do that to y'all. I'm just probably cut it at like 3 minutes or some shit. But yeah, we're gonna move on to track number 9, Just Can't Stop, T-Mail. But I did like the production on Work. Once again, that's just DJ drama, kind of like getting all the best sounds together, but also kind of like relying on what was popping at the time before really getting on what it's gonna be huge going forward. But you can notice here and there, like the 808s really is resonating and really just creating a strong resonating vibration especially during the hook, where like you just feel it throughout the whole joint and you just get that goosebumps, man. That's really what the 808 is supposed to do. It's supposed to give you goosebumps, not a fucking headache. You know what I mean? Not like nowadays when they turn it into a fucking kick. The fuck is that? You know what I mean? Y'all must like getting popped in the fucking head, I think. Okay, let's get it. Track number 9, Just Can't Stop. Let's get it. I'm tired, by the way, so this is dedication, man. Oh my god. That's like a
Gangsta Grillz. We really told you. I've been telling shout out to the labels that got their eye on the kid. A life full of success, I aspire to live. I aspire to give. So when I get my first check, it's going to my mom's. I'll probably buy you a crib. It's crazy thinking back when I had no buzz. Working long nights, hoping blog sites to show love. Cats ain't done shit but walk around with their nose up. The shit y'all complain about is what I make the most of. Can't wait for the day my niggas is doing tours. When you was me in status quos, I was doing more. On pursuit of happiness, are you pursuing yours? Bury me in LV and I ain't talking loose. When you chasing a dream, it's fuck minimum wage. Penitentiary chances, we rather sin and get paid. I am choosing to shine while these niggas sit in the shade. I can never reach success and just let my diligence fade.
Say this right now. I don't know how Euroz and MLB linked up first. I don't know their background story. I don't know. For all I know, they could have been childhood friends. For all I know, MLB could have grew up in Vegas, just like how I and Euroz have, and a couple, other folks from that city has grown up. All right, but either way, if by chance through the connection of DJ drama, this is the first time Major League Beats and Euroz linked up or met each other, I think this was the best thing drama has ever done on this tape in general. Like anything going forward, like the tape isn't really memorable for me, which is why I'm limiting it to a minute play, and I'm not really I haven't really gotten into this tape as much. In fact, the last time I really heard this was right before Memories of the Future came out. So basically during its time period, and after that 2014 onwards, I did not look back on the foundations at all. I was all on Memories of the Future, and that was it. After that, peeped everything that he was dropping on spot, like BIC, Because I Can, Age of Aquarius, For No Good Reason, you know what I mean, and so on forward. But yeah, man, that was probably the best thing drama has ever done in Euroz's career. Out of everything, was just introducing him to ML Beats, if that was the case. However, I don't know if they knew each other before then, but ML Beats definitely took the notch up And the beats that he be giving Euroz are just every time like out of this world. And for all I know, and I usually know it's him because I hear his tag, but majorly like that. But you know what I mean? Sometimes when a producer and an artist get really close and they're like really like that, and then they become, you know, partners, you know, in this music business, usually that's when the producer will just like, fuck it, you the guy I'm backing up. I don't really need to put my tag anymore because I'm passing on to you. I'm basically making your sound. So, and it goes like that. You'll see with guys like, for example, Picasso. He used to have his tag. You probably don't know, but if you have to go back and visit to like, well, not Chicks Tape 2, but like, Lost Cause. Go listen to We Did It. You'll hear Playback, and you hear it a few times. You know, when he used to be called Playback, and then he changed his name to Play Picasso. But even afterwards, with how Tory blew up and everything, and how close they their chemistry was, you know, working together. Play felt like, you know what, I'm making your sounds, so fuck it. At this point, you know, your brand is my brand. No need to add tags no more, unless I'm giving it to another artist. So, you know what I mean? I feel like I feel like that's probably where Euroz and Major League Beats are at. But I'm pretty sure he's still making beats for other dudes. It's just, when it comes to Euroz, it's like, nah fam, we straight kind of thing. But I could be wrong. But that's just my perception of what I think is going on between Euroz and Major League. Like, I feel like at this point, like, it's like, you know, my sounds is basically your sounds. Fuck it. Boom. You know what I mean? It's like they're kind of invested together in what they doing, their movement. So, dope truck. So, but that being said, I like, you know what I mean? Like, all this feels, for the most part, it's kind of like dated. You know what I mean? With the spare, you know, for certain sounds here and there. But Just Can't Stop is pretty dope. I like Euroz here because, like, flow-wise, he's definitely like, this is him. This is his signature flow, and this is something that he'll apply on. I like that because there's times where he feels like he's rapping. There's times where he'll sound like he's rapping faster than the tempo, but I like that. It's like he's kind of like going twice as fast, and then he'll still not sound like he's offbeat. Like, he's just going a lot faster, and then boom, he'll end the line right there. I like how he does that shit. It's fucking unique. It's fucking, you know, original, and like, you don't really catch people do that. So like, when I hear it, I'm like, okay, I know that's like Euroz really rapping like that. But anyways, we're gonna move on to track number 10, How It Sound. We just reached the halfway mark, so let's keep going, y'all.
They say time is of the essence. Was kinda hoping you grant me a few seconds. I let you sign it that most of these dudes rapping, cause chasing multiple women has taught me a huge lesson. You got class, so respect is given. Hit a schedule that most men can't expect to fit in. You got morals and taste, intellectually driven. Red trace, real men expecting they women. But nonetheless, I regret the decision. Seeing you leave without expressing what I had envisioned. I was hoping some of Seattle's finest. Put the flames on it. Or you don't smoke, well, I got bottles with your name on it. Or you don't drink, well, let's converse and let time pass. Subconsciously take sips from your wine glass. Before you know it, you'll be getting in your zone quick. And I'm the one you coming home with. Thoughts been on my mind ever since I saw you. Formulating plans, baby, they involve you. Let's exchange numbers, later I'ma call you. Give me the directions in my crib so you can fall through. How it sound? She say it sound good.
Yeah.
I asked how it sound.
I might play the whole damn song. Shit. This definitely sound good.
But I was thinking more like a weekend. Time is money and both of them is what we spend. The car provides enough tend to be discreet in. But I'd rather see the type of things that she sleeps in. You got a frame that I always picture me in. You get wet enough, I'm diving off the deep end. Head first.
Now, this is really a song where you could say, if you're listening to this chronologically, where he's first really truly discovering himself, and you could tell he's slowly and surely dispatching that template that he was adding on himself to kind of give himself a fabrication to kind of like build an idea on as an artist or as an identity of an artist, but you can slowly see that he's unraveling who he truly is. And this track, to me, it feels like you just got your first glance of who Euroz truly is and what he's going to become sustainably going down the road. But I'm gonna play the whole fucking song. I'm feeling this.
Talking head first, on one condition, gotta make it to the bed first. Baby, I can show you a thing or two. In attempt to make you come like I subpoenaed you. I gotta scream at you.
Wait, what the fuck?
I guess this shit pays. I subpoenaed you. I gotta scream, show you a thing or two. In attempt to make you come like I subpoenaed you. I gotta scream at you. I guess this shit pays. Put in work, you should be using all the sick days. I gave her something to cherish already. Falling for a nigga, getting careless already. She ain't never did the kind of things we engaged in, which is why she contemplating marriage all. Thoughts been on my mind ever since I saw you. Formulating plans, baby, they involved. Message change numbers, later I'm involved. Give me regulations in my crib so you can fall through. How it sound? She say it sound good. I asked how it sound. She said it sound good.
Euroz, let the beat rock.
I'm gonna cut that beat off for you, DJ, so don't worry about that. So I'm gonna tell you right now, that last vocal run he did right there you go. That's him really starting to wake that vocal, man, that vocal prowess that he's got within himself. But yeah, you could be like, oh, he's kind of like writing a little bit of like what Drake be doing during that time. There's no lie. As him that's really trying to, turn himself into a rapper and a singer, you can't really blame him for really kind of like looking at what Drake's doing and kind of using that to, you're like, okay, maybe I got to do this, and just kind of like picking his own thing. Like, it's just like you can see like a whole attire that some person is wearing. There's some things you like what they wear. Oh, I like that belt. Let me see if I can add that, and let me see what I could do with that. But let me go grab it. I got my own stuff I like. Let me just, what I mean? It's just like that. It's just tittying up like the little things here and there. But then you could see he's slowly breaking that. He's like, you know what? I got a better idea how I could do this. Man, let me, and then now he's remodifying it and he's making it into his own. So at the end of the day, we all have our inspirations, and sometimes things that we take that are like, it's pretty cool, but usually we see it and then we might see something that makes it better, and we discover it and we put it in our own thing, and we're like, damn, now it's better than ever, kind of thing. Tory was definitely a guy that was doing that, and people just started considering him biting, which was really, really like just straight up hating, saying how he's biting Travis here, and it's like, nah, he was using a vocal effect where he manipulated with his voice, see what he could do the most, and he was dope with it. And he's different from how Travis was doing it. And then after that, I think Tory got so fed up, he's like, fuck it. This is what I really believe. He said, fuck it. Y'all think I'm gonna bite anyway, so what's the point? I'm gonna be spiteful and just straight up just bite people and just act like I don't really give a fuck. But either way, back to Euroz. Damn, I fuck with this song. End of discussion. This song definitely, I feel like, boom, you really get your first glance of Euroz and what he's really gonna do. And this would potentially be a good, like, if you felt this song, this is definitely a good, what's the word I'm looking for? A prototype version of what you're gonna get from Memories of the Future going forward. So just something to keep y'all marinate on for a bit. Now we're gonna move on to the next track, number 11, titled King of Sorrow. Let's get it.
This can't be life. TF2. At the top, it's such a clear view. See, this what blood, sweat, and tears do. Granted, there was all type of shit I had to steer through. I made music my job, what a career move. I'm getting cash, and I don't make this money just so you can borrow. Gotta stay focused on this paper like it's due tomorrow. As soon as TF2 comes, that's your cue to swallow. You see, I created a lane, these niggas soon to follow. Gotta stay focused on this paper like it's due tomorrow. As soon as TF2 comes, that's your cue to swallow.
Wait, what? Let me hold. That shit confused me. Okay, so as soon as TF2 comes, it's your cue to swallow. That, woo! Okay, That's savage. All right, I thought it was nice when he was like, I'm focused on this paper like it's due tomorrow. Talking about paper as in, oh, I got an essay I got to turn in tomorrow. I got to binge on this shit. And he's talking about paper as in money. Like, that's a good fucking punchline right there. Then he comes through with that line. I was like, wait, what? Did I hear that right? Holy smokes. Let y'all hear that one more time. That was good.
You can borrow. Gotta stay focused on this paper
Like it's due tomorrow.
As soon as TS2 comes, that shit cue to swallow. You see, I created a lane, these niggas soon to follow. Rarely get sleep, eyes forever glaze. With the future on my mind, in hopes of better days. Moments that I contemplated crime, though it never pays. I'll never forget the feeling when the letters came. Y'all in the making songs.
I'll never forget the feeling when the letters came. What the fuck? Is he talking about feeling like male? I'm probably overlooking this motherfucker.
And making songs, I'm into making art, speaking from my soul and penetrating hard. See, to me, this not a contest. I'm just trying to make a change without becoming someone different in the process. Dreams don't let me down.
Yep.
King Dave had to crown. Please don't clip my wings, 'cause my feet never met the ground. Dreams don't let me down. King Dave had to crown. Please don't clip my wings. My feet never met the ground. You niggas can have the crown once I'm done with it. But shit, if you want it now, you can come get it. I heard the shit's been passed around, but ain't none fitted. Niggas want the title, but avoid the shit that comes with it. Why you throwing shade? What's the hate about? Mad at me 'cause I'm grinding and trying to make it out. The same place in which we came from. It's crazy 'cause it turns to struggle. We dealt with the same one. Had my ups and downs, but excuses never made one. My city lacked a lane till I fucked around and paid one. You welcome, nigga. As for assistance, no one helped the nigga. I decided to be myself and Vance felt the nigga.
This was an interesting song, man. I felt like he had a strong start lyrically. Like, he was really getting them punchlines, and then he kind of slowed down a bit. You know what I mean? Certain lines right here, you know what I mean? Where he's like, yeah, before my city never had a lane, now I paid for you niggas. Now, I will say that I do believe, out of all the artists that grew up in Vegas that I know of, I only know of 3 that's gonna be the most successful and biggest name out of all of them all. Neo, the most, I want to say, spiritual out of them all, Dizzy, and definitely the most talented in Euroz. I gotta say, I just have to keep it real with y'all. Like, that line, while you may think it was pretty dope, it's like, yeah, he's really repping Vegas, even though technically Dizzy kind of was there before him. And before Dizzy, we had Neo. So, and I don't think Neo really ever did. I mean, obviously, as an R&B singer, you don't really need to fucking show love to the city like a rapper does. But, you know, obviously, as a singer, you only gotta focus on love. But it's like, I don't know. It's just, I'm like, I mean, I wouldn't say necessarily at the time you're paving the way, but now, where he's really showing y'all how successful y'all can be if you just continue to work on your craft, just stay independent, continue to keep your own creativity, and don't let nobody else blanket it. I would definitely say he's paving the way right now. Absolutely. But yeah, once again, I feel like there's just gonna be times where he's gonna be reaching here and there. It is what it is. You know what I mean? During the come up, you got some, I don't want to say desperate niggas, but you got dudes that are just trying to really get people's attention. So they're gonna say stuff that's gonna really make people feel like as if they're super confident, like they really are like the dude or whatever. You know, kind of like the people that are really naive, that gonna believe that shit. So I'm not gonna say that Euroz is a liar. Trust me, he's not like those other rappers. when it comes to really putting in the work and serving the time, the dude has served fucking jail sentence time. Like, he is a real motherfucking G. But that being said, but then again, if he's talking street lingo where he's talking about he's paved the way, I can't put any of my hands on that. I'm just speaking from a musical perspective. So you know what? I could be completely all off the grid, all off the wrong. He's probably using some street lingo here that I'm like, fuck it. You know what? I'm not the one to take that shit away from you. So, hell no. But either way, this was a dope song. I liked it. King of Sorrow, once again, we get some more vocals where he's really getting in tune with his own vocal identity as a singer, and I like it. I like it a lot. Like I said, more of that to come in the next episode in Memories of the Future. I'm just gonna start calling it MOTF going forward. But track number 12, Unconditional, featuring Fatz, coming up right now. And yes, that's spelled F-A-T-Z, Fatz. All right, so let's get it.
Euroz. I just like what I can tell you. I told you so. God's gift, no ribbon on it. When I was grinding for that moment, y'all was wishing on it. Opportunity, clearly you niggas didn't want it. How I'm supposed to watch it thrown when I'm sitting on it. Made a classic in 2012, bet I'm shitting on it. Ain't no room for you on my dick when your bitch is on it.
He's talking about TF1.
Music worthy of a nomination. The thing is, the world is just now getting on it. You can drop your hottest shit, not everybody catch it though. Now they watch my A move and tell me I'm the next to blow. Go. They really tell me I'm the next to blow and I be on some humble shit, but really I expect it though. Lessons learned from
that
shit
is
I had
down
to go through.
yeah.
Failure shouldn't define you, instead let it mold you. And it's someone that separates the current from the old you. You owe it to yourself to dream, but don't nobody owe you. Shit. My love for this game is unconditional. My love for this game is unconditional. I'm a no limit soldier. No handouts, no cosigns, dope lines blowing minds like blow lines. Originality, in and out of the beam. No time to keep up with the trends. I'm trying to keep up with my friends. For everyone that come home, two go to the pen, and all the other ones gone in the wind. That's how I know when I go inside the studio, I'm going to win. I'm doing this music for them. Vicariously, they live through the ink, they bleed through the pen. Risking recidivism, another statistic, another number in the system. No one's coming to visit. White dope on my dresser, walking a tightrope. A lot of y'all fold under pressure. I don't. I'm shining like a diamond. My clarity great. That front shit is bum shit. I ain't your charity case.
That's definitely a firework right there. So splashy and just exciting. That's definitely the energy. So to me, Fatz gives me a lot of energy feel. A lot like G.O.D. Funny that I say that because he said in and out the bean. So I don't know if this dude's from Boston, if he's talking about the Bean Town, or if he's talking about another reference. But either way, this was dope. This was definitely dope. You know what I mean? So like, pretty much these two cats are definitely flexing about how their dedication and love to the game is unconditional. Pretty much putting in the work in the studio, doing what they gotta do. Not a bad joint, not a bad one. We're gonna get to track number 13. This one is titled This Club. Don't mind me if I'm moving a little too fast. I'm just tired. I just want to really get this done right now. So, track number 13, The Club. Let's get it.
You know, feel like a breath of nostalgic fresh air. Gangsta Grillz, I walk up in the club, wasn't long before I know it's true. First I hesitated, I thought twice about approaching you. Clearly you the baddest feelings, I hope to provoke a few. Cause you a sight to see. Ocean view and all these bitches know it's true. Louis is the couture, thigh highs on the niggas wishing you exposed more. But you got class and that's something that you known for. Your friends mad cause you the one that get approached more. Bad chicks around you get a low score. And I'm so sure that I got what it takes to leave you satisfied. But first, let's get out of this place. I already know that you heard it all. I already know that you found. You're brushing all of these niggas off, cause they are wasting your time. Sending all of these messages. You should make up your mind. If you leaving me, just know I plan on making you mine. I can't wait to leave this club with you. Girl, I can't wait to leave this club with you. Girl, I can't wait to leave this club. Just make your mind up, because the hour's nearing.
Alright, another one of those joints is just like one of those club joints, you know what I mean? Just kind of like something you would play at a party or whatever, you know what I mean? So, there you go. So kind of like one of those radio-driven joints, man, during that time era where it was definitely bountiful. But we're going to move on to track number 14, What It's Gonna Take. Not bad though, on the hook, it was pretty smooth though, I'll give him that.
I've been put in position to fulfill my crew's needs. And I will play guitar, but watch me pull a few strings. Pull a few holes and buy a couple new things. And show my niggas firsthand how to pursue dreams. We on the win streak, and it's gonna be a while before my click stop. On route to the money, no pit stops. We so loud, this shit sucking through the ziplock. It gotta suck to know you're loyal, but your bitch not. I started with nothing, I was piss poor. Now it's 5 digits, my checks resemble the zip code. As far as these chicks go, we the reason they present.
Yeah, zip code. I don't know what I was saying.
Everybody in this bitch know my crib in the sticks, but I stay in the streets. It's not a game with us, my nigga, we playing for keeps.
89074.
And I promise to make it happen. Just take what's it gonna take?
910.
Ain't my first deal, Lord willing, I could reach my first meal. What's it gonna take? For them to know that I'm for real, I pray that my music's something they can feel. What's it gonna take? To finally say we made it and shit on all of the niggas that was hating, man. What's it gonna take? I say, what's it gonna take?
Yo, just like the first Foundation, it's just filled with just pure hope, dreams, and just like really, you know what I mean? Just all about being focused in on getting it. But here you could definitely tell Euroz is feeling a little impatient. What it's gonna take for really me to get over the top and all that. So, but at the end of the day, he's talking about how he's making success in there, like where he's been broke, and now he's looking at his bank account like it's like a zip code. That was pretty dope. I like that. I like that line right there. So he's basically saying he's got 5-digit numbers. Like, hey, more power to you. I feel like, to me, that does matter. I mean, to me, even though, like, don't get me wrong, like, I'll say, like, when I get $1 million, that's when I feel like I really am successful in life. When I got $1 million, that's when I know I've got it. But I'm not saying like $1 million is all I need. It's like, let me get 10 million, then I know I really, really got things right. And I feel like I could do a lot. Not just go spend crazy shit. Like, I'm definitely good. My folks are good. And now I could actually try to put some time to help out and, you know, feed the poor and really get people to dream and make dreams again. That's what it's all about, y'all. I mean, but shout out to Joe Biden, him passing through. He's really trying to get the deal done with the 1.9 trillion deal. I don't mean to get political, but he's really about getting us the 1,400 stimulus checks as soon as possible, which is me. I'm like, I can't wait for the 20th to come by. We got like 4 more days until that happens. But either way, yeah, he's gonna do that, help out people on unemployment, all that. Like, he's really about pushing it through for everyone to really get back on strong. Like, this relief bill's big, and that's what I feel like I want to do too in life. And I feel like this is dope with what Euroz is really talking about, man. It's just, it's uplifting, man. Once more.
Some would do it for the love, and others tend to seek fame. And some would do it for a meal, like the end of Meek's name. These industry niggas fake, I'm not a friend of these lames. First they shun you once you buzzing, and they tendencies change. I mean, that's how I see things. That's life, nigga, blow the reefer. We at the bottom, though the top is where they hope to see us. I just pray that the success don't change my whole demeanor. Got the money, and these bitches coming to me, no subpoenas. I'd often wonder why everybody was
coming to me, no subpoenas. Those subpoenas. Oh my God. I don't know whether to be impressed or I don't know. I feel it two different ways about that one. But What's It Gonna Take is a dope song. I like it. Production wise, it's hitting strong. Complimenting what Euroz is talking about here. But yeah, it feels very, I don't want to say generic, but it just feels very dated. Like a lot of, basically, most of the tracks from the first Foundation. You know what I mean? But like I said, it's just in its time era on its own sounds. When, like I said, the golden year of hip hop and R&B takes place in the latter end of 2013, when a lot of artists decide to be really creative with their sounds, and not each and every track sound the same. There's a difference between being consistent and being interesting to listen to, and being consistent and doing the same thing over and over and over again. You know what I mean? So that's just something to keep in mind. Like, this is definitely before the golden, in my opinion, the golden era and age of the 20 teens of hip hop.